everybody, it is Matt here. It is Sunday, March 1st, and I've got spring fever, even though it does not feel like spring or look like spring. And if you can hear, I have a little bit of a cold or something going on, sore throat and some congestion, but you know, that's life. I don't get sick very often, to be honest, but I don't feel terrible. I just sound kind of yucky. But yeah, it's a cold, cloudy day. It had been snowing a little while ago. And it's gonna get, excuse me, sir. It's gonna get real cold again overnight and tomorrow and the next night. So it's gonna get down to the negatives again. But then we're getting a warming trend. So we're gonna be maybe like 50 degrees by next week. So that's good. So I came out here to the coop I brought my basket to gather eggs. And I'll do a quick update on everybody. And here we are. We did have a few things happen this week with the birds. First thing was last Monday we had a storm, and it wasn't that cold, but we had that big nor'easter that came up the coast and buried some areas. We didn't get that much. We got like under a foot of snow, and it was really light, fluffy snow. But I had left the bantams out in their chicken tractor in their crates, and I thought they would be fine because it wasn't that cold. Came out the next morning, and apparently the snow was so fine and powdery, it blew into their crates and then coated the little bantams and then melted on them. So when I came out in the morning, the day after the storm, they were literally covered in ice. So they were soaking wet and frozen. And I'm amazed they all survived. So I had to package them all up, put them in the basement for like 2 nights until they fully dried. And now they're back out here in the coop until the weather gets a little warmer. So they're all good. They're all in here. Hey, boys. We had, no casualties with that situation. But yesterday we did have a tragedy strike with the ducks. Guys, you're so loud. One of my Indian runner duck hens, I don't know exactly what happened. I came out in the afternoon, like now it's like 1 o'clock or something right now. So I came out to replenish their water, and I found one of the ducks, this little crate here that I had left out, which is stupid of me. And basically it's frozen in the snow and I can't move it. But she was tangled, her legs were tangled in the bars of this crate. And I came out and I saw her stuck, so I figured, I'll just untangle her and she'll be fine. But then I realized there was some blood, and when I got her out of there and looked at her, it was so disgusting. But she had been, I assume what happened is she had a prolapse. So when she was trying to lay an egg, I think it must have, and I've had this happen with a few ducks this year, where the egg is just too big and it gets stuck on the way out, because the other birds started to basically eat her alive. So her whole back end was just, bloody and disgusting. And her whole cloaca area was eaten up. So some of the other ducks had blood on their heads. So I'm thinking she had a prolapse and it was just kind of hanging out and it was, bleeding, and the other birds just saw that as something to go after, and she couldn't get away because she was stuck in that crate. So we had to cull her, basically. We had to put her out of her misery because she was, obviously suffering. So that was pretty sad, but that's one of the, sad things that happens when you have all these animals. But on a happier note, let's go back in the coop here. Oh, it's so dark. Hey, friends. Oh, and we've got some eggs on the ground here. Now, I already came out this morning to gather eggs. 1, 2, 3 duck eggs. Whoop. 4. This suspiciously looks like a leghorn egg, not a duck egg. But judging by the shape, it's hard to tell because the leghorn's eggs are white and so are these duck eggs. And there's another one over here. We got a couple more. One more. One more duck egg. All right, so 4 duck eggs, a leghorn egg. And let's see, who do we have in here? We've got a speckled Sussex, and she has... Oh, I dropped one. Don't peck it. Okay. Didn't break. 2, 3, 4, 5. Any more? 6. What do you got under you, ma'am? 7, 8. Woo! It's 11. 14. And 3 more. Oh, I broke one. Okay. Well, that's stupid. We're gonna, here. Well, that happens. Alright. What did I say, 14? And I just dropped one, so yeah, 13. And I got about half a dozen this morning. Excuse me, friends. Oh, I should probably feed them while I'm here. Here, I'm gonna put this basket out of reach. And we'll get you guys some food. Let's see, what do we got here? Excuse me, my dear. Go. So, they're fed. Oh, I should feed them here. Get a little bit more. There you go, boys. Okay, they're fed for now. I'll be coming back out later to give them some more food. Yay! Yeah, so like I was saying, I have spring fever. I've been thinking a lot about plans for the spring. And I got my incubator up and running, so I'll show you that. And I also have been buying seeds in lots of places. Every store I go to. Guys, I'm trying to film. How rude. Yeah, every store I go to, I try to buy a couple packets of seeds. So I also ordered some online, some from Etsy, some from Pine Tree Garden Seeds. So I think I'll show you all my seed haul, what seeds I have that I want to plant this spring. And yeah, so got my incubator going and I'm thinking about gardening. So that's all I really got going on today. But I'll show you all that stuff. So come along and see how it goes. We got a quick update on Miss Robin. She's doing fine. Oh, I just spilled the water in the basement. Yeah. Sorry, honey, you gotta stay in here till spring. You want the camera? So, yeah, oh, gosh, you're attacking the camera. All right, I gotta give her water now. Her beak needs a trim. I find that when they get real old like this, their beak and nails seem to just grow faster or something. So we'll be trimming that beak soon. But yeah, she's doing okay. Still kicking here in the basement. Hey everybody, it's Matt. It is Wednesday, February 25th, and I'm doing something fun because I have spring fever. And in my last video, I mentioned that I was considering getting my incubator up and running, and I'm doing it. So I have my Nurturite 360 incubator. Boop. It's been, the cover's down there. I got it running yesterday, so it was up to temperature. Just took the cover off, and I am going to put some eggs in this baby. So I've been putting aside, oh my gosh, everything's cluttered in my house. I've been putting aside eggs for 2 days here. So I've got 2 dozen eggs. I've got these beauties. So I wanted to do some different eggs this year from hens that are not related to any of the birds I have that I bred last year. So I have some that I bought from Tractor Supply, and I have some that I got from the feral chickens that I rescued. So I'm going to hatch some of their eggs to add some diversity to my flock. And I picked all the hens that lay the best, biggest, healthiest eggs. So I've got quite a selection. So I've got the Leghorns, and they lay some pretty nice eggs. So I've got some of those. I've got these eggs from, I forget what these are called. They're kind of like a reddish chicken. It's one of those like super egg hybrid chickens. I don't know exactly what breed they are. So they lay these really nice big brown eggs. And I have some of these olive eggs from my Sapphire Gems. I wanted to try those. And then I grabbed a couple of just my these are small, but a couple of my little Easter egger eggs just for fun to see what they will do. So here's my problem. I saved 24 eggs, so it's 24 eggs. My incubator only has 22 spots. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. If I'm going to just avoid some, or if I'm going to try to jam in 2 extra eggs, and then when I candle them a week from now, any that aren't fertile, I'll just take out, which I might do. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. Let's see. I'm going to put in the Leghorn eggs first. You know, I might not need this many Leghorn eggs. All right, and then we'll do some of these beautiful brown eggs, because these are huge. That one's kind of small, but still big. Ooh, that one's like so big, I don't know if it's going to turn in my incubator. Now this one is really big. I don't know if this is a double yolker, so that might be an issue. Because a double yolker, it's kind of hard for them to hatch. But we'll see what happens. And I don't know who laid this egg. I found it, it's a speckly brown, and I don't know, so I grabbed that one because I haven't seen that one. All right, and then we'll do some of these some of these Sapphire Gems. Oop, I think I'm supposed to put the pointy part facing towards the center of the incubator. This one's got a nice speckle to it. Wait a minute. Okay. 4. And then we'll do these little bantam eggs. That's a pretty little collection of eggs. And I've got these 2 left over. You know what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, I guess that's what I'm going to do. That's good enough. So I've got my lid for the incubator. I'm going to pop her on here. The one thing about this incubator that is, I've heard other people complain about, I'm going to hold it here in my armpit, getting the cover on is sometimes a little, there we go, beautiful. So, it'll come up to temperature quickly, 99.5. I got the vent open about 1/3 of the way, and I have to plug in the turner. So here's the turner. We'll plug her in. So this ring, the white ring that I set the eggs in, it'll move and it will roll the eggs I think it's set for like every hour or so right now. And what I'm going to do with this batch is I'm going to do a dry hatch. So it has this reservoir where you add water while you're incubating to bring up the humidity. But it's kind of a pain. I mean, I'm going to do it differently this time. So you can do it a wet hatch or a dry hatch. So if I put water in the reservoir to up the humidity, the problem with that is the humidity fluctuates a lot if the water dries up, and you're going to have highs and lows. So I've been doing some research, and I've watched a lot of people that have done dry hatches, and it works really well. And I actually did one last year, and it worked well. So I'm not going to put any water in the incubator until they're ready to hatch. So the chicken eggs take 21 days to hatch. So on day 18, I will put them in lockdown, so which is I will take out the turner, I will leave the eggs in there, and then I will add some water for the last 3 days just to boost the humidity, because as they're hatching, if it's too dry, the chicks can cling to the membrane inside the shell and get stuck, which is tragic, and it's really hard to help them hatch at that point. So I'm going to do the dry hatch, and then the last few days I will add water to the reservoirs, bump up that humidity to like 60, 70% for the just for the hatching period, and we'll see what's good. So what we're gonna do now is they're in here, and they're gonna stay here for about a week. And then next Wednesday, or maybe sooner if I get the itch, I will open the incubator and I will candle the eggs. So I will shine a light through the shell, which might be hard with these brown eggs to see what's in there, but we'll try. The leghorn eggs will be very easy to see. Just to check to see if anything's growing. So I'll film that when I do it. And then if any aren't growing, I'll trash those ones, because you don't want them to rot and explode in your incubator. That's pretty horrible. So I've got 21 days to go, and in about 5 to 7 days, I will do that candling and show you guys. So pretty fun stuff. We'll have chicks. Yeah, and near the end of March, we'll have some chicks, and they'll be ready to go outside once it's warm enough out there. Just what I need, more chickens, guys. I might give some of these away or sell them. And I also have to get rid of most of my roosters because I have way too many. So my numbers are going to be reduced by removing the roosters, and then I'll have room to add some more hens to the flock. I'm also looking to get a rooster out of this batch that has a very small comb. Hopefully those Easter egger mixes will not have that big comb that I worry about with the frostbite. So that's a goal, to have some genetics that don't have the big comb for the future. So just fun little experiment, and we'll see how it goes. All right, I am here in my parlor. With all my seeds that I've been gathering. So every time I go anywhere lately, I've been getting a few packets of seeds from every shop I've been to. Be it Tractor Supply, or we went to Bangor, I got some seeds at Ocean State Job Lot, I got some seeds at a nursery we stopped at, I've got seeds from Walmart, I've got seeds from the grocery store, I've got seeds from Etsy, and I got an order from a nursery, Pine Tree Garden Seeds, which is a local Maine nursery. So I got an order from them, and I thought I would just go through and show you what so far I've got this year. Plus I have a huge box of seeds from years gone by. So I have so many seeds, and I apologize if my voice is scratchy. I'm a little bit sick, I guess. I have a little sore throat. So we're going to start with just, I don't even know what the order is of what I got, because they're all mixed together. I don't know where a lot of these things came from. But we'll just start with some veggie seeds I picked up, and a lot of these just came from local, like Tractor Supply, Walmart type stuff. But I want to do some beans this year. So I have some French beans, bush variety beans. These are French fillet bush beans. We'll try those. I like beans. I like to be able to go out and pick every day something fresh from the garden for dinner. I got some Blue Lake, some more bush beans, Blue Lake 156. we'll try those. And I got some sugar snap peas for munching. I also like to have things in the garden that I can just eat while I'm out there. And sugar snap peas are delicious and easy to grow. And we'll do some peas. I got some, I'm not actually a big fan of radishes, but I was watching another YouTuber, I believe it was Roots and Refuge. If you haven't, seen their channel, it's a huge YouTube channel, but I really enjoy their content. And Jessica from Roots and Refuge mentioned these French dressing radishes, so I thought I would try them. Something, just something quick and easy to grow, get the satisfaction of something to harvest. So these little radishes, I just did some red beets. These are Detroit dark red. So we'll do some beets. And then when we were in Bangor for one of the many doctors or vets appointments we've been to, we stopped by a nursery and I picked up some, let's see, what did I get? Some shallots. So we'll try those. Some Spanish yellow onions, which I need to get these started soon, indoors. I gotta come up with a good space. And I also got some red, because I love red onion. We'll try some red onions. And I've grown onions before. I've not had a lot of success with onions in the past. I always started with the sets. And from what I've learned, the sets are more prone to going to flower quickly. So we're gonna try from seed this year and see if I have a better luck with seed onions. I also got a pumpkin. It is called Red Warty Thing. And I saw this one on another YouTuber's video last year of a taste test of different pumpkins they grew. And this one they liked, as I recall. I just recognized the name and it looked cool. So we thought we'd try another pumpkin here on Pumpkin Ridge. And I think I have some other pumpkins in my haul too. I had very poor success last year with the pumpkins, but that was basically because of slugs and poor soil and starting late. So I think I got one small pumpkin. And then I also wanted to try loofah gourds, which is another YouTube channel that I really love, Sage and Stone Homestead. If you haven't seen that channel, check it out. She raises goats and rabbits and lots of gardening content, and I really, really enjoy her content. Her name is Heather on that channel, and she grows loofah gourds every year, so I thought I would give it a try, something fun to grow. I also went on a sunflower. I got some, mammoth giant sunflowers. I had some success with sunflowers last year, so I thought I'd try a bunch of different varieties. One of the giant ones, I really thought this one was cute. It's Ruby Eclipse. So we'll try that sunflower and Van Glow, which I thought was really pretty. I can already picture all the bees on this. So we're gonna do a big sunflower patch. And then an old, every year I do some nasturtiums. So I got a mixed color nasturtium. These are just the jewel mix. And then I got the red Empress of India. I think I grew these last year, the red. And I like these because they're beautiful and they're also edible. So you can eat the leaves and the flowers. They really make a salad look something special when you have some beautiful flowers sprinkled across it. The next seeds I got are from Etsy. And let's see if I can find the package for this one. Nope, that's a different one. I think this is what they came in. Let's see. Yes, more Etsy seeds. So these are from an Etsy shop called Seed Cult. And I have bought seeds from them before. And this one is a lemon mint bergamot. I don't know if you can see that. I also got a cardinal flower, a native red cardinal flower. And we have a lot of moist soil, so I thought these would do well. They like moisture. And I got another variety of mountain mint. I grew mountain mint last year in my little side driveway garden. And it grew, but it turned out not to be the variety that I thought it was. I think this is the one that I saw at a botanical garden, and it was so covered in bees that I've been looking for this one. And this one is called Clustered Mountain Mint. So we're gonna try that for the pollinators. So that was my seed cult ones. I just bought a few packets from an Etsy shop. And I got these ones I'm excited about because this is, what shop did I get this one from? Virginia Tree Farm. This was another Etsy haul. And I got some Dutch fork pie pumpkins. There's no picture on this one. They're just in little packages from this Etsy shop. So I got a Dutch fork pie pumpkin, which Roots and Refuge and Sage and Stone grew last year, and they had huge success with lots and lots of large, edible, delicious pumpkins. So I was looking for these last year and I couldn't get them. So I saw them and I bought them up. So I have some Dutch fork pie pumpkins, and I saw these sweet potato squash, which we'll try that too. If I don't like it, the pigs will eat it. I don't care. So I got those, and they sent me a free packet of amaranth, Love Lies Bleeding amaranth for free, just for doing a little order. So we'll try that too. We can grow it for the birds, maybe. Whoop. And the last one I got is, these ones are from Pine Tree Garden Seeds. So Pine Tree is a local Maine nursery, and I ordered a few things from them. I got some dried beans. I'm going to try to grow some beans for drying and preserving. These are called Calypso. So we're going to try those this year. Some Mina lobata, which is a flowering vine, which I used to always grow, and it's really, really pretty. So we're going to grow that. Maybe the hummingbirds will enjoy that. We'll see. You can't see what it looks like with these packages. I have some zinnias. These are salmon colored. I like the salmon colored. So we're going to do some more zinnias. I'm all about zinnias. Kale, some Tuscan kale. Some more zinnias. These are red, single flowered red, really good for pollinators. It's like, you know, the open flower where the bees and things can get to them easy. Some Cleome, which I have not grown Cleome in so long. So we'll grow some of that. More nasturtiums. A salmon color, because I always love the salmon colored. Plants, flowers. Whoop. What else do I have? Oh, and another marigold, because I love marigolds. This one's Orange Gem. Yeah, so far that's what I've got for seeds, and I'm dropping them on the floor. And I also picked up, I'll show you, I'll put a little clip in. I was at Walmart and I got some perennials. They were like $4. You know, those little packets that always sit there and die. And they were freshly delivered, so they're already growing. So what I did was I potted those up and put them under some lights. I'll show you what those are. They're upstairs in my guest room closet under some lights. So that's what I get started so far for my seed haul. I'll definitely buy more. Every time I go out, I'm going to buy a few more packages. And I will be having a beautiful garden this year is my goal. And I'll do all my pots and stuff again. And we will have a lovely season. I'm really looking forward to it. I've got lots of spring fever. And today it's really gross and cold out, but the sun came out and it's like, oh, I'm basking in the sun, coming in the windows. In the afternoon, the sun comes right through my whole house and it's really lovely. All right, so that will do it for my seed haul today. And I will now show you what I have upstairs. Those little perennials that I got from Walmart. So I am upstairs in my guest room closet where I have started some plants. I've got my grow lights, and these are great. They are very powerful grow lights. So I can really start seeds under here and turn them all the way full power. And then when I move them outside, they don't get scorched very easily by the sun because these are some strong lights. So they're used to some powerful light on them. So they do better transitioning outside if I grow them under these big lights here. But these are just some little packets I got. You know, when you go to Tractor Supply, Walmart, any big box store place, and they have all the little perennials in those displays, that you notice that they're always dying, and they you know, end up throwing most of them away at the end of the year. Well, I got them when they were freshly delivered and they were still alive and growing, so I put them here under the lights. Now they're going to be obviously having to grow here for a while, like a couple months before I can put them outside. So I hope that's not too ridiculous and they don't get too big. But I have this globe thistle, which I just thought was really cool and pretty, and that one's doing really well. And then I have this blue star, and that was doing well too. So I just popped them in here. And my plan is to, if I see any at any other store, perennials that are looking really good and healthy, I will, you know, I will pop them. I will buy them and I'll pot them up and see if I can get them going, because I would love a really lovely perennial garden. So I'm gonna start collecting as many different ones as I can. All right, that's it for my plant/seed haul. You gonna eat my microphone? All right, everybody. Woo! I got a puppy eating my microphone.
Hi, Stan.
Mr. Silas likes the microphone. Hi, Stan. So that is that's it for this week. We got some exciting things coming up for next week. I'm going to be checking my incubator probably Wednesday. I'm going to candle those eggs and we'll see if anything is growing. And we have big news for this doorway behind us. We got our woodwork back.
And the long pieces, too.
Yeah, so we have all the trim to do the frame out the doorway behind us.
And we have to do the shellac and the tinting, so that'll be fun to match this.
Yeah, so we got that, and then we went yesterday to the local lumber store and got some other wood to frame out the inside. Darren worked on the floor, the board. Ooh, on the floor, the puppy eats my microphone. So yeah, so we're gonna be working on this doorway. We're gonna be checking our incubator. We're gonna be watching this puppy get bigger and bigger. He had his first vet appointment on Friday. Well, not his first vet appointment, but the first vet appointment with us. He weighs 27.6 pounds. He's a big boy. He got his second round of vaccines. He did really well. He loved everybody at the vet. I thought he'd be a little nervous, but he was not. You were a very good boy. Oh, you're sassy right now. He's biting my arm.
He gets overtired and a little bitey.
Yeah, he's a little bitey. Oh, he's eating my microphone! Ah!
But he's super smart, still learning.
Yeah, he's taking to training well.
He learned down, finally.
Yeah, he's doing good. He's a handful, but he's doing good.
And I go this week to the surgeon to get a checkup on my eye to see, I guess, when the oil comes out. So
yeah, that'll be Thursday.
Incrementally better every day.
So yeah, we're making progress. We're hoping for spring. Weather's supposed to be warming up after this week. Next few days are going to be really cold. We might get some more snow, but then it's looking to be like in the 50s, I think, a week from now.
Long enough to melt it all.
So hopefully the snow melts. We can clean up all the dog poop that's out there frozen to the ground, and we can get on with spring. So yeah, thanks again for tuning in to another episode of Life on Pumpkin Range.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe, share, and we will see you next week, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. You gonna say bye? Okay.
That was his way of saying goodbye.
Just waving goodbye. What, do you have anything to say besides chomp, chomp, chomp? Chomp, 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 chomp. Chomp, chomp, chomp. All right. Ah! Got it. Don't eat it. Thank you.